Topic of the day, the real purpose of a freight broker. The real purpose of a freight broker. You know, I go over this a lot with my clients. What is a freight broker actually for? Are we just a dispatch service? Are we here just to wake up every morning and get whatever load we can and hopefully find a truck to make money? What is the real purpose of a freight broker? You know, there was a company, I don't know, it's been probably 15, 16, 17 years, training organization, and we had a client that went through their training, and, well, it is what it is. They called us, and they told us about their training and said, man, we were in the wrong place when they spent a whole day or whatever talking about Pedro and his donkey starting freight brokering, something like that. You know, he showed me the book, and it is just like you would picture it. There's a guy with a donkey hauling freight, whatever. When it comes to the history of freight brokering, there is no real documented history, but I would suspect that it goes back to beginning of time, probably. Whenever free trade began, because to get something from point A to point B, well, somebody was paid to move that. Let's say when America first came to be, our country, United States or the continent, whatever. Goods were coming from England, and I'm sure somebody was sitting there at the ports watching the ships come in, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the ships come in, thinking, you know, these ships are coming in with freight. They're watching the ships get unloaded. And some entrepreneur, or someone with an entrepreneurial mind thought, you know, these ships getting unloaded, they might be in dock for 6 months, a year, till they get enough to have a full load to go back. Somebody probably thought, you know, if I had a full load waiting on that ship when it got here, they could do that turnaround and get back out to sea pretty quick. And they probably make a commission off of it. You know, I could probably get the freight for one cost and put it on the ship for another. I don't know if that's the way it started, but it seems logical to me. But it pretty much hits our point about what our topic is today. The real purpose of a freight broker. The real purpose of a freight broker is not to be a dispatch service. Lord knows there's plenty of them around, and I've made enough videos talking about dispatch services and what you got to be careful for. They serve a purpose, but then again, you got to be careful. Matter of fact, I haven't seen anything lately about it, but I know not very long ago, last several months, 6 months or so, I remember seeing something about somebody trying to pass legislation that would police dispatch service, trying to do away with them, what they're trying to do. Dispatch services. And the reason is because the government's thinking, okay, you're trying to be a dispatch service to get around being a broker. Not really what it is, but okay, I see where they're coming from. But anyway, what is the real purpose of a broker? The real purpose of a broker is to be a service to a trucking company to help them obtain loads that would relocate their equipment to a destination they need that equipment to be. Normally it's going to be their customer base, where their customers are. Because a trucking company, if they're operating properly, or according to a good business plan, they will already have a customer base. And when I say customer base, let's try to picture this in your mind. You got a trucking company, they're based in Texas. Well, that trucking company will probably attempt and probably have if they're, following their business plan, they will have customers close to their base of operation. Customers where they've went to, they sat down across the table, they hammered out a contract for line haul rates, accessorial. When I say accessorial, I'm talking about detention time, layover, even hammered out fuel surcharges. And usually these rates are good for a year. Those contracts are good for a year. So they're making their money from their customer base. They're guaranteed X amount of loads at this money in these lanes. So let's say their customer has a load going to Georgia. That's going to be known as a head haul. Head haul, that's where the trucking company is making the most money. No broker fee. That's loads direct from their customer. They make 100% of that rate plus more if there are accessorial fees involved, like TARP pay, detention time, layover time, whatever it might be. See what I mean? Plus, they're guaranteed a fuel surcharge depending on the price of fuel. So they got a line haul rate, but they've negotiated their fuel surcharge. So as fuel prices go up, they're not losing money. They're still making money. They're just being reimbursed for the cost of fuel that they're having to pay over what it would have been had their fuel not gone up so high. It fluctuates with the market, the fuel prices, so they're protected. Now, when that truck gets to Georgia and they're empty, what do you think they want to do? They want to get back to their base of operation as quick as they can. They want to get back to Texas quickly because that's where their customer base is. That's where they're going to make the most money. They don't want to wait around for a week or two trying to find a customer to get a loan. No, they need the convenience of using a freight broker. They're happy to do that because the quicker they get back to Texas to pick up a load from their own customer, the quicker they're going to be making top dollar. The better customer service they will be providing to their customer. Hence, the broker. The broker is here to provide a service to that trucking company so that they can get what is known as a backhaul, a load going back to where they need that truck to be, or a backhaul back to their base of operation. Trucking company is willing to give up a percentage of the rate. That percentage can be whatever the broker and the trucking company negotiates. But that allows for the truck to get loaded quicker, to be back to their base of operation quicker, to be able to pick up a customer load quicker, out and back. That's the true purpose of a broker. That's really what a freight broker is designed to be for a trucking company. Now, I know there are a lot of trucking companies that use a broker for 100% of their loads, and my recommendation is stop that, if you can. Matter of fact, check out our website at Tautoa, the YouTube channel at Tautoa. Just do a search on YouTube, Tautoa. We got a video up there showing you how much money you're not making by using a broker for 100% of your loads. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. Anyway, if you're a trucking company wanting to start your own brokerage, or, you start your own brokerage so you can learn how to start getting your own loads for your own trucks, understand your authority, your carrier authority, that gives you the authority to work with shippers or customers direct. You'd be surprised the number of trucking companies that I've talked to that thought they had to have a broker authority to be able to get their own loads because that's where they have been getting their loads from brokers. Well, no, that's what the carrier authority is designed to do, so you can go to these shippers and work your own deals direct. that is what Tautoa does. We're a consulting firm. We've been around for a long, long time. We've helped a lot of people begin their careers in transportation as a freight broker agent, freight broker. We've helped, I can't tell you how many trucking companies get away from using a broker 100% of the time. Is there a place for a broker? Absolutely. But it's not for your head haul. You need to have a customer base. Anyway, learn more about what we offer at Tautoa. You can go to Tautoa, TALTOA.com. If you have questions, feel free to call me. My name is Mike, 479-668-0838.